2007, a 44 years old civil servant from France came to his doctor and complained about weakness in his left leg. The doctor asked him to go to the hospital and get his head scanned. When the man got back with the photos, the doctor almost fainted. The skull was empty. This man's medical history showed that he had to get a shunt inserted into his head as an infant to get rid of a buildup of fluid on the brain, known as hydrocephalus. The shunt was eventually removed when he was 14, though he complained of the left leg weakness and some unsteadiness. The man went on to live a normal life, and he got married and had 2 children. Tests showed that he had an IQ of 75, which, though below the average of 100, is not considered a mental disability. So how is a person with only 10% of brain can live a healthy life, normal life, have children, work in a daily job every day, be completely functional? Well, it's happened because a very interesting phenomenon. The phenomenon called neuroplasticity. It is the same phenomenon that makes people who got their limbs cut feel phantom pain. I believe every one of you heard about this phenomenon. It happens because when a part of the brain that associated with something like feeling of a certain limb or memory or thinking or knowledge of languages is getting cut or damaged or dead, another part of the brain take control of that function. So if you have even 2% of a brain or 10% like this man we are talking about, this 10% will take control over every other function. Of course, it raises a lot of questions. All those years, we were sure, the humanity, that we have this side of the brain that control this side of the brain control this part control this, etc. But people like the guy from France and the 60 years old pensioner from Moscow who came to a Russian hospital because of headaches, and again the doctors were shocked when they found out that he had only half of a brain. Again, we're talking about a 60 years old person who served in the army, finished a degree in engineering, raised a family, had children, all that with half brain, without left hemisphere. He didn't have any dysfunctions, any disabilities. Again, like the guy from France, the other half took all the actions that the left half should have done. So now it raises another big question that I'm sure every one of you already thinking. Can you live without any brain? Not 10%, not 2%, not half, 0%. Well, the short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, but not really functioning good life. We have cases of anencephalus, a baby born without brain almost completely, sometimes even completely. Most of the babies are born dead, but there are some cases like Jackson Bowl, a baby from Florida, who were born without most of his brain and without a skull. The doctors told his parents to do an abortion, but his parents, dedicated Christians, people, didn't want that, so the baby survived. The baby survived more than 2 years, and his parents even said that they feel like he loved them and react to them. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but they even posted a video when he says, "I love you," and "Mommy."
Particular? Okay. Yes.
Say hi.
Yeah, hi world. Yeah, my name's Jack.
So, is the fact that the brain is not really who we are, but only like a tool that connects us to the body, and the fact that parts of the brain take control of something that, like they should, maybe it proves the existence of a soul. Maybe it's like we have some life force inside us who want to control all the body and function, and the brain is only adapted to this. Or maybe it's just the brain is a very adaptable organ, and like a person that we take out one hand from him, will learn how to use the other hand to do amazing things like playing a piano or play video games. Anyway, I think we can say for sure that we know a lot less about the brain than we think, and let's hope that in the future we'll know a lot more. Thank you very much for watching.